Alright guys, today I'm very excited to share with you a very good coaching session here on Mirage with a player that is trying to slot himself into a team environment. We are working with Penguin today, teaching him how to be the best connector player possible. So if you guys like learning about Counter-Strike 2, this is the channel for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you ever want your own individual coaching, please fill out the form in the description of this video. Join my Discord community, but without further ado, let's get right into the video and start learning. ACW, and is this a 5Q you said or 4Q?
Yeah, this is the team right here.
Okay,
This is our
sweet. Sweet. I will be able to give you a lot of insight then, because like we should be, when we're in these lobbies, we should have better communication, better team play. I like your knife, bro.
Thank you. I just got it. And the gloves too.
One thing here too, you wouldn't have been able to see it. I wouldn't mind you kind of prodding with the smoke a little bit. I don't mind. Actually, going back window here, jungle, not bad. It's a crazy little strat though. They're smoking window and con, but they're running out late, and it looks like they're just doing this to fake info. And so that's why I actually, at first, I told you maybe go con and prod this. I think it's really good, especially with this. Shoot the top of the smoke just to see like, you know, is there going to be people shooting back at you? Maybe you see like some vision just to get this info, because it actually would have been perfect here because they're actually doing a little mid fake.
That's another thing. Especially on all pistol rounds for Mirage when I'm playing con, I like don't know what I should be doing. If I should be buying armor, if I should be buying a smoke and then using that little smoke to go out mid.
Yeah.
I just feel lost on Mirage con.
When you're on con, I would say just get armor because you're in a very big like fragging position. So I'd say just getting that armor is huge for you. One thing I do want you to relay to your teammates, and you know, you can say it on my behalf, or when I eventually release this, you can link it to them. You guys cannot save on pistol round. Like, even if you think that you're building up your economy with like $500, like you have to buy all the way down, either armor or nades. Like every single pro is doing that. It's not worth it to save anything left in the bank. So much better just get armor or something. So for all of you guys, but yeah, for you on this specific map and stuff, I just say armor. Armor's definitely good. And then you can start, honestly, like with your team, you're gonna have different strats and that kind of stuff. But your go-to is to just start here in con, see what's up. If they're not running out mid or nothing's happening early, maybe slide into underpass. But you're probably better off just kind of chilling stairs. Teams, it's a little hard because like all of what I know mostly from like the pistol round strat is team stuff, and we always have a setup. There's like nerdy setups. I would just steal it from pro teams, by the way, but like sometimes like when we do spawns up pistol round, we'll do 2 under balk, one guy hiding, and usually I'll hide, and then the other guy kind of playing out here baiting for the guy that's tucked. Maybe a 3A setup with that and the guy ticket as well. I'd say just get creative as a team. So that's on your team, but also on you. Then here, yeah, we're still worried about mid. The little mistake that's here is like you're here, and we're still like, yo, we got to be confident.
To get info.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like we are taking contact. Like they're running out palace here. We see that, and we're still so concerned about this because we either don't clear it or we don't go back to A. And now we go back to A, start making our decision. Yep, isolate. I was about to say, definitely a mistake if you were to try to keep fighting up here. Yeah. I like that. Like I like this little reposition because now you're taking a 1v1. Use the stairs as cover. Good. That smoke's actually gonna be some good cover for you too. Did he do the silent? Wait, that's actually sick. He might have done the silent jump. Sorry, I just want to see this. Ah, no, he landed. But yeah, I'd say one thing too, as like the round goes on, and this last time we'll look back at this, is like for sure, like if you're gonna have to reload or like do any of this stuff, you're always better off just like spamming and going back here and reloading, because this will happen to you a lot. Like this is a play that a lot of players make, or like they'll get really greedy and they hear you reloading and they'll run through the smoke. So definitely like while we're reloading, just that little step back is everything. It really is. Because this will happen to you a lot. Like this can be something. I guess you didn't even reload there. He just went off of timing. So
I was about to anyways.
Yeah.
So I probably would have died.
But yeah, so yeah, it's just hard because like if you guys don't have like actual setups, your default should be to come here, maybe go under to clear mid, see what's up, peek over stairs here, do this kind of thing. So you didn't necessarily do anything wrong, other than like maybe like we could have cleared mid after the smokes are gone.
I feel like we were just so scared of mid.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree. Little eco around, not too concerned. It's actually, I love it. Like great space here, great space. It looks like it's... Oh, you get 2 kills here. Let's see how you get these 2 kills.
I don't really remember this match too much.
One thing I would be thinking about in these situations too is like you have 2 teammates in front of you. Maybe have them run out and you kind of like bait them just a little bit. Oh, dang, bruh. Look at you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got the AK. Okay. This round got really fun for us. Just a small...
why didn't just...
Yeah, right? Like, you know, it's obvious watching it back, but maybe in the moment it was a little chaotic. But yeah, you see that flash come in, just keep going to your right. Right here. You know, see that coming in, just go to the right. You crazy. You crazy. But yeah, wow.
I think maybe I was thinking he was gonna like peek it before.
Oh, gotcha. All right, he plants A. Whatever we do here, we want to do it together, and we can't waste too much time because we don't have a kit. He gives himself away, so that's huge information because now we know we have him pinned in this area. Both of us here. Yeah, I think the mistake is we kind of split up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially because like you're on 50 health with no armor, your teammate has no armor, you guys have no kits. Like, unless he really messes up, he really is gonna win this. Like even there, if you kill him, it's just too late. So yeah, I'd say like either you guys do double spawn, double con, and you're just like purely trying to trade out. Your whole goal is to trade out. If you guys get doubled up, oh well, you know, at least we were trying to do something together. But that was a huge round regardless. Like getting those pistol kills is like, that is like everything we could ask for the round. Okay, one optimization is with this molly. This is something you really got to get into the server and workshop a little bit. Aim a little lower because we need it to land farther. What people are going to do is they're just going to jump up here with this.
Okay.
When I get into a pug, and this is something you should do on T side as well, always look for this. If the molly's landing shallow like that, abuse it, man. Also here, we saw mid control. We just got smoked off. We're trying A smoke, so we smoke palace. But it looks like we're about to take contact mid. At this moment, by the way, if this ever happens, instantly what I want you to do is try to spam above this to see if we can get any damage. Even if you hit them one time or make them think it's helping our teammates. Or nade open that con smoke, right? And obviously, let's see what decision we make. Yeah, so we're still concerned about A here. Like bomb is down mid. I don't care what's going on this side of the map. We just saw so many people swinging cat on the radar. Our teammates should be calming. All this stuff, we just hear it. Whatever's going on in A, like at that point, once bomb is down in this position, screw it. Like, you know what I mean? Let our A player deal with it. Let A, B deal with that, and you're supposed to be helping mid here, in my opinion. Yeah, because we're still nading ramp and stuff. And like as we can see, like all this pressure was fake. So we're devoting ourselves to a bunch of nothing essentially.
Yeah, just wasting
time. Yeah, so like you know, and then this is a very specific situation. It's not always gonna work out like this. Like I might tell you the complete opposite. Like, you know, like if your teammates die mid and there's like not much we can do, then you know, if they die, our plan honestly could be to aggress A ramp together. Our plan could be to like, you know, move together as a pack somewhere. But when they're taking that contact, when there's people running up cat, you as the con player cannot let them just do that without getting punished. Because you know, actually let me see this real quick. Okay, nice, good punish. Because like same thing for you, like, you know, you would really hope that like if they're pressuring con on you, like they're smoking top con and working up here, you would really hope that like your cat player could throw like a nade, like, you know, maybe spam them down a little bit, peek out here, do stuff, because it makes your job easier. Same thing with you. That's the beauty of team sets. We want to make our cat players' lives easier. We want to do these things. Also, as a con player, one thing I want to see you defaulting, especially when they're smoking con like this, I need to see you throwing the smoke off the wall that lands right here. Because if they're just smoking you in con right now, you're so useless just standing here, right? Like, you're kind of just playing behind everything. Everything that's going on, we're kind of just behind it right now. We've got to do something to get in front of what they're doing.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Molly's a little better. That's a little better. The ideal place for it to land, by the way, is with the new one is right here, and we can get into a server and workshop it a little bit. I think that one you threw was fine, the first one. It just needs to be aimed. You just need to aim lower so it bounces here and lands like right there.
And this was like 10 days ago or so.
Gotcha.
I think I've worked on it since then.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. And then yep, here's the smoke. That's great. I'd love to see that. They're throwing A smokes. No problem. One small detail here. I like that you're using the smoke as like actually I like that. I like that play actually. You're using the smoke so they can't see where the flash is coming in. I was about to say you're better off throwing this flash. And I still think maybe you are, but obviously the downside of that flash is they're gonna see it. The downside of this one is they're gonna hear it and it's not gonna blind like certain angles. Like, you know,
Oh, that's
maybe
true.
so I'd say the default thing that every player does is they throw it behind them because then they can swing with it. So as it's going off and stuff, they're not getting blind and it gets every angle. But because that smoke was up, it actually kind of obscures the flash a little bit. Yeah, it's getting a little chaotic.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Like chaos doesn't always have to be a bad thing. One little pro tip I'm gonna give you too is the best con players when all this like these lurk smokes and stuff come out, they jump up on this bench right here. And then eventually they get up on top of this trash can because it provides an elevated view for exactly this type of stuff. So you can see a really good elevated view and you can farm their headshots and stuff and, you know, spam the top, do the stuff. But like this chaos is actually kind of what we want as a con player.
I think I don't jump up on that bench just because there was a Palace player and there were so many
Gotcha.
outside
Yeah.
it already.
Gotcha. Okay. Also, where do we use our nade? Did we use it? I just want to see.
I used it at the start, throwing it to mid, top mid.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
I usually just always throw that.
Yeah.
I need to work on that nade, to be honest.
Yeah,
Where's
it's
that?
a little deep. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. One thing too, in our session, I forget, did I show you how to blow open these smokes properly? Like any smoke.
I think so, but I haven't really worked on it. So
Okay,
I wouldn't
definitely.
mind.
Yeah, I
You
can
show
give you
me
a
that again.
refresher. Yep. Because honestly, as a con player, you like out of more than anybody on this map, like you have to have a really good understanding of how to blow open these nades or how to blow open these smokes with your nades. Because it's so important for you. And honestly, like that's something I wish you would be doing here in mid. Um,
Yes.
and something to look for if teams are because like you as a con player, this is like annoying. Like when you're playing teams that are constantly smoking you in con, it sucks. But like that's where, like I said, you got to be able to show your underpass pressure. You got to smoke mid and kind of prod through here a little bit, spam them too. You know, throw your own boxes molly too. Like help your mid players out because it'll be huge. Because as we can see, it's really obvious right now, just because like we're in radar view and stuff. Like, dude, they've been throwing all this mid stuff, and not a single person has been going out. Like, you know what I mean? Like this should be your space, except the round. Obviously, they all ran up cat. Obviously, like the whole team was there, but half of these rounds, like they're not even having someone lurk. So that honestly, like that's like a little bad for you as a window player, you as a con player, and you as a cat player. Like we've got to be able to see if anyone's out here if like all they're doing is throwing like two smokes or one smoke.
Right. Yeah, because we would have lost as bad if we saw that they were just faking mid
Yeah,
constantly.
exactly. You guys have been like, oh, okay, like we're fine, because like, oh, okay, nobody's out mid. Let's go stack sites. But yeah, this is a good save. But it looks like, do we die here maybe?
I think so, actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A little greedy. A little greedy.
Oh, the whole team comes.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously like you kind of just put yourself in that spot. Put yourself in a
Yeah.
cage here. Definitely like this is fine. Like I don't mind this at all. Like, you know, sit here, spam them down and stuff, but when you make that decision to leave, make that decision to leave or like sit here because then if they start overrunning you, doing all this stuff, you can at least try to battle your way back out of here. The only problem is when you put yourself here, you're done. Obviously, hindsight 2020, just take the risk and try to cross here even if people might be cat and get into palace and save. That's a few options for you. Okay, here he is with the nade though. Let's see, because you actually will get destroyed if you do this exactly how this went down. So let's see. You might ramp because they're already out. Like they, you know, they could nade stack you. They could. Okay, here's what it is. I'd say really listen, and this is gonna come down to just like hearing what's going on around the map, or maybe your teammates calming. Only throw that nade if they're really smoking top mid, because if they're not, and we do this, we will get destroyed like by either an opper or just like better players that are gonna just be holding this. Because essentially we're just peeking mid with a nade out, and then again like it makes you fumble it because you're like, oh shoot, like there's guys out. Hey, good smoke
So
though.
you want me to throw that nade when we throw a smoke top mid?
No, when they so like be listening while you're crossing because you should be able to hear it. Even when you're on A site here and you're about to cross, you should hear if that top mid smoke goes out with like the big like like whoosh sound that smokes make or whatever. Or your window player's like, yo, they
When they
smoked top
pop?
mid. Yeah, exactly. So You know,
Like listen for the timing of it.
Yep, listen for the timing, or if you have a read, because like this team hasn't thrown top mid smoke once, so that actually that nade is like really useless. The only time that nade would be good is like if you swing with your rifle here, and then maybe you chuck a nade off this wall to see like, oh, maybe they're hiding here, right?
Okay.
But yeah, that nade is really good when top mid is smoke, and then also next level is like when your window player mollies boxes, so you know everybody's like in this area or they're back here. But when a team isn't really throwing a top mid smoke, I would be really careful defaulting that kind of nade. Oh yeah, that actually is kind of your fight right there.
Yeah, I just whiffed.
Yeah, and again, I just think it like comes down to kind of a bit of a lack of control and confidence right now because like we're the con player, but every time we're kind of putting ourselves right here, like I said, we're like obviously we can't change this, it's a demo, but like that's where I love to see you like coming into underpass. The next level too is like your A player is throwing flashes for mid, and then you're also flashing over mid to swing with this. Your cat player is coming here and aggressively fighting. Essentially, when you guys are on a team, you need to understand together: are we fighting mid as the cat, window, and con player, or are we trying to give it? What are we trying to do? And then if we're gonna aggress mid round like this, right? Like you make your play here, right here, we decide, okay, we're going in con. That's where like I would love to see you be like, yo, Lusario, I need you to cover my right side and I'll hold left side, or maybe we regress somewhere, right? Because that's like the next level of Counter-Strike in that team play is like, all right, you're right next to me, I'm here, let's clear some space together. And that's why also like if you have to give mid, like I was saying, dude, take a ramp with your A player and get him parked into here, or no, take some risk and get him even further, and then you rotate out and leave him. Same thing with Palace, you know, flash him in the Palace or something. And that's like the concepts I want you to expand on is like not just like I'm playing here and taking this fight, but it's like using this flash to get you in here, using this nade to do this for you. Okay, again, oh dude, we can abuse that. Yeah, exactly. Just sucks that we have a USP, but like that's how I want you to abuse it. Even if they throw a good one, that's how I want you to abuse it. I want you to shoot the very top of it, because when these smokes come in, the very edges of them are really like not that good, and you can shoot through them and see so much info. I've died so many times going up cab because the con player just either gets lucky while he spams me, or he can see through it. Yeah, okay. Nice, we actually stuffed them. I really wanted to see what happened if they came out. The only downside to this though is like, well, if it seems like we kind of won this, we did. Like we won the positional battle, but I guess actually they used this util. They kind of won the util battle because at least on A, because we smoked Palace and ramp, right? In a perfect world, I would have loved to see like one of you keep your smoke, and when they actually start scaling out, you drop a smoke down here. But at least we're using the util, which I'm happy about. Next level, like I said, like they're gonna freeze like that. They're gonna be like, oh dude, we're smoked off on both areas, and they're just gonna sit back here, reset, maybe throw like a flash mid, fake mid, and then come back and then re-exec on you guys, because now look at what you guys have. Nothing. You have nothing. Yeah, like both A players dumped everything now. So just keep that in mind for next level stuff. Also, I'm gonna flip this, even though this isn't you, I'm gonna flip this onto the B player. Say they're all hitting B, and your B player's like, dude, there's like 4 nade sets, all this stuff is going on. What you have to do when you're in this position is aggress through ramp or start flanking, right? Same thing with your B player here. You guys should be calming like, dude, there so many people trying to come out, they're stuffing us and all this stuff, and we shouldn't instantly be smoking B apps. Instead, one, that like this is something related to your teammate too, and this kind of turning into like team demo a little bit, is like across the board, we don't want to just instantly smoke everything, because now this limits him. What he should be doing is being able to run through apps here and start flanking underpass or start flanking top mid. But in
space.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I say like I flip it, because like it's something we can learn from on both sides of the map. Is like, get that space. If they're not going to our area of the map, take what we think is, you know, maybe one person max. Because honestly, too, what could have happened here is this guy's watching, but like, what is he doing? He has bomb all by himself. That's a risky fight if somebody comes through here. That is like the
round.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly. Yeah.
I think we were just trying a bunch of new stuff too, and
gotcha.
Maybe it wasn't a good day, so.
Yeah, and that happens, man. That really does happen. I think honestly though, like what's really getting you killed right now is like just like how nervous we are about middle, because like even here, like first instead of just being able to hold ramp because we gave all of that mid space, we're so nervous about it that you're sitting here now and like, oh shoot, like they they could be in jungle, they could be boosting all this stuff. So I think it just also early on in the game, I think you as the con player, if you can get your teammates to all like just dominate middle early on in the game, it's gonna tell the T's like, oh bro, their mid control is so good, we're gonna have to start just going out A. But that's fine because if they start going out A, that's where you can throw your own lurk smoke. That's where you can nade, flash over, do all these things. If they go out A, we have so many reactions we can do. But if they go out mid, it's a little hard to claw ourselves back in.
Yeah.
And then here in the future, they're coming out like that. I like your nade. I like what you're doing. You're kind of like crowd controlling them. Do a 180 flash above yourself a little bit in this direction, because again, the flash is going to land up here and you're not, it's way easier too. Like you don't have to think like, do I left, right this? Do I right it? Like it's really easy. And then also, bro, you have gold on you right now. You have gold. You have that smoke. That smoke is going to make your life so much easier. Just throw it off of a wall or right click it somewhere. Like that smoke is going to prolong your life so much here. Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't just throw that.
Yeah, and it's because of the pressure, man. It's really easy in hindsight to sit here and watch that and be like, ah, dude, you should have thrown that. But like in the moment, we're feeling so much pressure because it's like, oh, dude, everyone's running at us. I'm panic, and because like I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, bro, I had a molly or I had a flash. Like, why didn't I use that? That would have won me the entire round.
Right.
So it's just that pressure. So always just remind yourself, like, you got to think quick in those moments. Like, what do I have? What do I have? What can get me out of this situation? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
so
I'm just wasting that nade too much.
yeah, to be honest. Oh, okay, I like this. Yeah. Okay, this is what we should be doing early on in the game though. This should be like early on in the game getting that info. And then here be really careful because you're putting yourself in a like a gamble situation, right? Like just this little micro fight. It looked kind of uncomfortable because look, he can swing you like right side boxes, left side if he's here. He swings out mid too. So just like if we are going to be in this situation, have a proactive plan. Okay, push forward. That's good. I would get out now. Get out now. Yeah. Yeah. If this happens in the future, that's perfectly fine because you're making an aggro play. I love this. But the second you eat this flash, like as soon as you eat it, bro, give it up. It is not worth it. Yeah, because we don't know what goes on, and that's exactly what happens here. We don't know. This guy jumps here, and we had zero chance to ever see that. Yeah. Yeah. In the future, it's like, okay, he flashed us, unlucky. It sucks, but now let's just reposition and go aggress somewhere else with our teammates.
Yeah, this is probably our weakest map right now. That's it.
Gotcha. Yeah, a lot of it's just because of that mid control from you guys, honestly. And it's not just you. It's literally like we're not finding any value from connector, from window, and cat besides that round where we actually boosted up here. It was really good. So if we can just find a little bit of value in these mid positions, we'll be so good. And like for your window guy, a little tip I'll give him too, you can relay it, is like he needs to be blowing the smoke open. He needs to be starting rounds where he jumps into ladder room or gets boosted in here and holds like this. Your cat player needs to start in ladder room some rounds. You've got to blow up in the con smoke sometimes. Because right now what they're doing is they're like, oh, okay, we can just smoke these.
Free mid once again.
Yeah, we can just smoke middle and they're not going to do anything about it. We can just run up here and they're not going to spam us. They're not going to do anything. Like if you were on the T side, you would love that. Like you'd be like, heck yeah. Also, a little side thing here too is if you find yourself in this like position like this and window smoked, all this stuff, a really good solution is in the mid round to boost him up here. Boost him up into here and he might actually find some really good value. Or him, like he could boost you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panicking.
Yeah, just panic. And again, the pressure the game is getting to us. Because like right here, bro, if you are going to spam like that, and you know this, it's like just crouch. You know what I mean? Let's see. Did we do it? Yeah. Yeah. You can't, when you're standing, you can't spam that fast. Yep, just crouch there and you're good. And a lot of this too is like just gonna come with the confidence. Like we got to get that confidence to know like, okay, I can fight mid. I can do these things. Because one thing we're kind of missing right now too is the default util for the con player will be to molly ramp, But also, as we're crossing, we're throwing a flash over mid. That way it gives you the confidence to peek here knowing like, okay, these guys are blind, and you have to be able to throw that because it'll give your window player confidence too. Because he's like, okay, they're going to be blind if they're swinging me mid. And I'll show you exactly like what we need to be throwing. And then again, if you want to dump your smoke, you can. And that would be an aggressive one because we're mauling ramp, we're flashing over mid and smoking. So we're using a lot of our util early. I'd do that if like I really wanted to fight. If I wanted to fight and like I don't know if I'm going to live through the whole round. Something good to think about. This is a good reaction position to be in though, by the way. Like if you're mid and they're all running out A, this is a good reaction place to be. So I don't mind this spot. I'll say too, if you want to do a little more passive as well, you can hold this one because then you won't be exposed to Palace. Not that this is bad at all, just giving you ideas. Okay, we mollied Palace. Okay. We're really low now. And this, yep. I'm glad that you at least checked it. You just didn't get the timing on it. But always as a con player too, no matter if you're stairs, if you're jungle, where you are, always keep like an eye on the radar if your teammates can see cat or what's going on. Because this lurk will happen a lot, but mostly it's going to happen from underpass actually.
Yeah, I struggle with checking my radar a lot in game too.
Gotcha. That's good. Again, make sure you relay the info. Say Kojo said that you guys got to start buying down 100%. Like buy everything you can. There's no need to save on pistol round. Cause like, dude, pistol rounds are so unbelievably important. This guy that has $300 left over, he could drop a P250 to one of you guys, and then now you can take long range fights. You can take these duels, or he can buy another nade. This guy that has $400, that's a molly that he could be using to molly off one of the rotation points. Because if we win pistol round, our chances to win the half go up so much. So we want to invest every single dollar that we can in pistol round outside of buying decoys and stuff like that, because decoys are not always the most useful. Let's see like the macro actually. Let's see what happened in the macro here actually. Maybe. My mouse will show up. Little glitch, buggy menu. There you go. Yeah, let's see actually what happens in the round. So we get past their molly. They throw a nade. That's fine. You didn't make a mistake here. The only thing is, you kind of froze here, and the problem with that is you are gonna get eaten up. Like if you ever freeze in that position a little bit, like, dude, it's so hard because you're worried about a million different things, right? And that's why again, I wish we had another smoke, or we wish we had like, because that would have made our life easier. But you're just exposed to literally every single angle there is. Outside of CT, you're safe from CT, which unfortunately is the one place we smoked. Generally, by the way, on Mirage nowadays, this is like a CS:GO thing to do. In CS2, we almost exclusively want right side smokes. On pistol round, on gun rounds, it's gonna be really unpopular for all the people watching this that are like not face level 10. But I'm telling you, if you watch like the pros, they rarely smoke CT nowadays.
Okay.
Just because it's not as valuable anymore. I don't know why. It's just out of meta. But yeah.
Stairs, jungle.
Yep, just stairs and bench, or throw a con smoke with a jungle molly. These are all like stuff that we do. And then also, what we're doing is we're taking spawn usually. So usually we're flashing into spawn and taking this control STs. It gets really hard to plant the bomb when all we have is a CT smoke. And so okay, we're like, okay, we're CT smoked off, so we'll plant for it. But then, like, you know, even if they weren't playing from jungle and all that side, like, dude, they're just gonna sit here, spam through. They're gonna try to jump up, you know, maybe even boost. Like, at a high level, like no one really likes smoking CT because the CTs actually just abuse it. And it's something you can look at if you're ever playing a team that smokes it. Okay, so you guys are playing for the tie here, which is okay. You gotta do something. And this sucks because this guy is playing it so badly, but it's actually gonna work out just because, like, you know, it's B site and you have a Glock. But like, this frustrates me so bad that this guy just starts the round all the way back here. That's so tilting. Like I don't blame you one bit for that. You know, you took a risk. You took a risk. It's okay.
Yeah.
At this point, it's kind of just chalked anyways.
Yeah. No kidding. This match was just terrible.
That's good though, because we can learn a lot from these. Good window smoke. Oh yeah, yeah. You see that? Like obviously this is the window player, but also look at the con player, bro. These guys are okay, and he should not be doing this with an FP9.
Yeah.
But like they're putting so much pressure on you guys. Like, you know, even though they haven't gotten a single kill, you're like, oh my god, like this idiot is spamming from con. This window player's shooting me. This cat player's swinging off cat now. They're making your life a lot harder, even if you guys are getting the kills. They're kind of telling you like, look guys, like you're not gonna be able to just come through here for free. But it's good because you actually end up getting the kill. So you win the mid fight. You win the mid fight. Let's make a plan together here. We smoke jungle. Great decision. Smoke jungle off. Our lurk dies way too early though. That's a little bad. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. If you're gonna commit to this, one thing I would do. Maybe this is just my preference. Not everyone's gonna tell you this. You can take this or leave this. If you're already committing to peeking up here and your teammates are swinging out here like this to cover CT and stuff, just commit and be like a baller. Jump up here and clear Tetris, because sometimes people will be cowering over here. And I say take it or leave it because some people will be like, well, you're exposed to ramp, then you're exposed. But like honestly, I do this all the time and I find so much success jumping up here, clearing Tetris, and then kind of prodding into ramp a little bit. And then now my post plant position is just playing in ramp.
Okay.
Just something to think about. You don't have to do it, but if you're already gonna be clearing these angles, I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's not that important, but think about it. 1v3. Yeah.